They perch on ledges, gather in plazas, and walk among us with quiet confidence. They're one of the most familiar animals on Earth, and yet one of the least understood. The pigeon, a bird so common most of us barely notice it. Behind every coo and flutter lies a story that stretches back thousands of years, from ancient temples and sea cliffs to the heart of our modern cities. This is the story of how the pigeon, once a wild dove of the Mediterranean, became the ultimate urban survivor. Before there were skyscrapers, before there were sidewalks, there were cliffs. And clinging to those cliffs thousands of years ago lived the wild ancestor of today's city pigeon, the rock dove. These birds found safety high above the ground, nesting in narrow ledges and cracks where predators couldn't reach. They were strong flyers, loyal mates, and intelligent navigators, traits that would one day help them conquer the world. The rock dove's gray plumage and shimmering neck feathers are almost identical to the pigeons we see today. But what changed wasn't the bird itself, it was us. Humans and pigeons share one of the oldest relationships in animal history. Long before cats and dogs became our companions, there were pigeons. Over 5,000 years ago, ancient civilization began keeping them for food, for sport, and for faith. In Egypt, they were symbols of love and renewal. In the Middle East, they carried messages across vast deserts, a living communication network long before the telephone. Every civilization that raised pigeons left its mark, and every time a few of them escaped, they took a piece of humanity with them. When domesticated pigeons were released or abandoned, they didn't disappear, they adapted. They found comfort in our stone walls, our towers, and our bridges. Cities with their tall buildings and endless legends looked remarkably like the cliffs of their ancestors. And as the world industrialized, the pigeons quietly followed us into the age of concrete and steel. By the 1900s, nearly every major city on Earth had its own pigeon population, not as pets, but as wild, thriving survivors of human history. Few animals are as perfectly suited for city life as the pigeon. They are opportunists, eating whatever we leave behind, from breadcrumbs to dropped french fries. Their nesting instincts fit seamlessly into our architecture. A window ledge? To a pigeon, it's a cliff. A bridge beam, a safe and sheltered nesting site. They breed year-round, raising chicks in the warmth of our infrastructure, and in return, our waste feeds them, our heat shelters them, and our indifference protects them. The pigeon doesn't just survive the city, it defines it. Their flocks mirror our crowds, their paths follow our streets. They're the wildlife we built, even if we never meant to. For every person who feeds them, another one calls them a pest. They've been labeled rats with wings and blamed for mess and disease. Yet pigeons are cleaner and more intelligent than most people realize. Studies show that they can recognize human faces, understand mirror reflections, and even distinguish between works of art. And for scientists, they've helped unlock secrets of navigation and memory that apply far beyond the world of birds. Our relationship with pigeons is one of contradiction, admiration and annoyance, coexistence and control, but it is also a reflection of how adaptable nature truly is. In an age when wild spaces shrink every year, pigeons remind us that nature isn't gone, it has simply moved in. They live not in forests or fields, but in the world that we built, and whether we love them or not, they are proof that life finds a way to coexist with us, even in the heart of the city. The pigeon story isn't one of invasion, it's a story of survival, of a bird that found home in the unlikeliest of places, right beside us.